We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey, so make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey you guys, it's your girl T and I hope everybody's doing good today. So I wanted to come on here and talk about this particular subject. A lot of people have been wanting me to talk about it, but I wanted to really wait until it played out. I didn't want to be one of those YouTubers that just jumped on the story, threw out a bunch of accusations and everything else, even though I was shocked and appalled by everything I was seeing on YouTube. So if you guys do not know, there was a mother and father. So these two YouTube stars, their name is Mike and Heather Martin, and their YouTube channel was called Daddyofive, and they had over 760,000 subscribers, okay? And so what they did all types of so-called pranks, and I use the word pranks very, very lightly. But a lot of people started getting worried about one of the particular kids, which was Cody. He was 9 years old and he seemed to be the butt of all the pranks. And it got so much, a lot of people were so worried they contacted Phil DeFranco from the Phil DeFranco show. And Phil DeFranco was the first one to kind of put it out there. That's where I first heard about it. So when I went over there to kind of investigate and watch, the videos that people were putting together, I definitely felt in my heart of hearts something was not right. And then also come to find out, my youngest son was watching their channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was subscribed to them, but he knew about Daddyofive. He had been watching it. And I also had to talk to him, about that and let him know that what they're doing is not right. You don't see me going off on you and, blaming you for things that you didn't do and breaking your Xbox. Like, this is not okay. And this is not going to turn out too well because this is not how parents are supposed to treat their children, and especially for views and monetary gain. And so once I kind of explained it to him why the channel was wrong and why they should not be using their children in that manner to get hits, he understood. When I watched those videos, like, I'm not going to lie, it made me feel like just really sad. I felt extremely bad for Cody. The parents are trying to say Cody's a good actor. He knows how to cry on command. I've been around a lot of actors. It's very hard to just cry on command. It's a skill that you have to work on. Literally, you have to work on. And those weren't no cry on command type skills. That was that boy crying out for help. That was that boy crying out in pain from being beat up by his brothers. Just a lot of the videos that I saw on that channel were really disturbing. They then did a interview with Drama Alert. So Keemstar, decided to give them the benefit of the doubt and basically hear their side of the story. And I applaud Keemstar for doing that. A lot of folks were going off on Keemstar and they were mad that he took it there. But, you need to hear all sides of the story. We hear one side from Phil. Okay, cool. Now let's hear what the parents have to say. People have the right to defend themselves if they are quote unquote innocent. But I'm not gonna lie, y'all. When I watched their interview on Drama Alert, I wasn't feeling their vibe at all. They were very, just complacent. They didn't really think it was a big deal. They did a lot of, shifting and, they were lying about certain things. I just wasn't feeling it. I felt like they were covering up a lot of things.
These videos we put on YouTube are extremely edited down. It's not even our entire day. And it's like the worst of the worst and then exaggerated. And nobody talks about any of the good ones that we've posted and the good things we've done. Of course, it's always this is the bad stuff. So
Well, that's another question I want to talk about. Phil DeFranco, he put together some clips of, the worst scenarios that happened to Cody and put them forward. And I seen you fight back and say, hey, man, these clips are all taken out of context. They're put together to make our family look bad. Have you thought about going through your videos, finding the good moments, if there is any? I'm not a fan of your channel because I didn't really know about it until this situation. So I haven't watched much videos. But are there parts in your videos where Cody is treated well and there's happy moments? And if there is, can't you make a montage and show the world some of the good moments or the lighter moments?
I feel like it would take a very long time, but I definitely feel like it's possible. We have vlogs where we go out places and we're having fun, like when we go to the mall, and it's not all pranks.
No, and it's definitely not all pick on Cody. And the other kids get pranked as well, and
it's not all pranks.
No, it's not.
So shortly after that, people were still upset about, all this stuff that was going on. Daddyofive went and deleted all of the videos. But again, it was too late because once you post something on social media, it is there forever. So people were re-uploading the videos of Cody and the alleged abuse and things like that. And then they also started a change.org entitled Get Child Protective Services to Reinvestigate YouTube channel Daddyofive. And it was signed 19,000 times. And so a lot of people were very emotional about this story. And then they ended up doing an interview, I believe it was with Good Morning America, where they spoke about all of the drama and how they didn't mean for this to get this far. And they were doing this for, the views and the money. They were being compensated, and it's not what it seems. And the part that just kind of really disturbed me is that the father felt that because he was not a lawyer or a doctor, that this was the only way that he could make his children proud of him. That says a lot when adults feel the need to, have undue praise and pride from their children by doing things like this. Even TJ Holmes looked at him like, dude, your kids are going to love you because you're their dad. So I want you guys to go ahead and watch, some of these videos and watch the interview on Good Morning America. Check this out and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
You guys okay?
Yeah.
Are you upset?
No.
It's just a prank.
It's just a prank.
Tell me what you did.
I swear to God, I didn't do that.
Jody don't hit girls.
Yeah,
But she's your sister. She don't count. Oh my God! Oh my God!
Well, everybody to leave me alone. I just want to be left alone so I can calm down.
What is even happening?
I can't. Don't blame me for something I didn't do.
You
I hate
obviously
when you all
did
do
it.
this.
You obviously.
Why you in here, Jake? Stop.
Stop! Jake!
I hate you. No.
No! Get out of my chair!
No, take a joke. Take a joke. You're the only one in the house that can't take a joke and gotta act like a butthole.
Just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank, bro.
It's just a prank.
So you all made me go through all this just for a stupid prank? Yeah. I'm tired of this.
You wanna go outside and play?
No!
You wanna go outside and play?
I want everybody to leave me alone. I just want to be left alone so I can go.
Now with that Maryland couple under fire for their YouTube videos that have received millions of views and sparked outrage, child abuse accusations, and an official investigation. Now they're speaking exclusively to ABC, apologizing and revealing the reason they made them. And TJ Holmes, you sat down with the family, TJ?
I did, Robert, and many of us saw these videos, and they are disturbing to watch. And we all had the same question after seeing them. What is wrong with these people? Well, they say nothing is wrong with them. Now, they admit to me that, yes, what you see in those videos looks like abuse, but they also say we fell for some Oscar-worthy performances by their kids.
The videos are shocking.
What is this?
Cody!
Tell me.
I didn't do that!
Tell me what you did.
I swear to God, I didn't do that!
Showing parents Heather and Mike Martin pranking and at times screaming profanities at their crying children.
He's not gonna knock the hell out of you.
Racking up millions of views, making the entire family YouTube stars, and sparking widespread criticism and allegations of abuse.
You think the world gives a damn you're crying right now? You gotta worry about yourself.
But the Martins now want the world to see them differently.
We love our kids. They're the most important thing in the world to us. And we made poor parenting choices by portraying ourselves this way, but we are not bad people.
The Martins are now trying to explain themselves.
I am ashamed. It started out as family fun. It started with me and my kids. For them, it was just about making a video.
They would get excited when they would get a lot of views, and, it was more for shock value. The characters that you see on our YouTube channel is not a reflection of who we are. It's not. It's a character. It was a show. A bad show, but it was a show.
Is that a show that children should not be involved in?
They shouldn't.
You say characters. What are we to believe was real and wasn't real in those videos?
We did do pranks, but most of the time the kids knew about them. They were planned. Some stuff is real. Some stuff was acted out, scripted.
You're not suggesting that your kids and the crying and the sobbing and that emotion we see was not real, are you?
Not every single time. Some of it was acted. Some of it was.
Can you stop?
The Martins claim some of their kids' emotions are exaggerated, all for the sake of making more dramatic videos and getting more views. Mike says deep down, he just thought becoming a celebrity would make his kids proud.
You got dads out there that are lawyers, and I'm not no lawyer. You got dads out there that are doctors. I can't do that. I felt like I'm not being the dad that they deserve. I'm no hero to them. But then starting YouTube and seeing how happy these kids get when they get these views.
I'm a dad, and it hurt my gut to hear you say what you just said. Do you really think your kids, you weren't a hero to your kids before this?
I didn't feel like it. I swear to God, I didn't feel like it. I felt like, you know, I was a stay-at-home dad.
The family is now in counseling, but the children say they miss making the videos.
Well, we'd be like, Dad, when are we making the next video? You know, when are we gonna make the next video? It was just something that I really look forward to.
The Martin kids hope to make a comeback with more tasteful videos in the future.
All right, police are now investigating to see if something criminal is taking place based on those videos. And yes, the family was monetizing this. They didn't want to get into how much money they'd made, but they admit they were able to provide now some things for the kids they hadn't had before. And they also say they even set up college funds for the kids. So now that is gone. But you all, I'm watching you all's reactions to this, like, why? This was a perfect storm. They got instant fame. They got money that came quickly as well, and they didn't know how to handle it. So they created a beast with some of these videos. The ones just showing them as a happy family at home don't get that many views. But when they push the envelope, when they use the profanity, when they have fights and arguments, they see those get those clicks, and they kept trying to push the envelope, and they lost their way.
See, that's part of the story, too. It's not just this family, but the fact that people
are watching.
And the more upsetting the video, the more popular it is.
That's 100% the case, and they knew it, and they kept pushing the envelope.
Well, you don't do it. All right, so you guys just saw the videos. You guys just saw the interview. Now, as of today, it's just been announced that Mike and Heather Martin will not be able to make any more money at the expense of their children. The biological mother, her name is Rose Hall. She now has emergency custody of 12-year-old Emma and 9-year-old Cody after the outcries of the prank videos.
It's been the absolute worst week of our life, and we realized that we have made some terrible parenting decisions, and we just want to make things right.
I do agree that we put things on the internet that should not be there. We did things that we should not do.
They kind of feel like some of it's their fault, and it's not their fault. It's not. We're the parents, and we should have made better decisions. We are now in family counseling because we need it, not only to get through the media stuff, but we need it to come back together and have everybody, even the kids, to understand what we did wrong in all this. We wanted them to be happy. We just wanted our kids to be happy, and we went about it the wrong way.
So after the outcries of the prank videos, it later came out that the mother of the children in those videos was not their biological mother. She was the stepmother, and the father, Mike, was the biological father of those two children. So now Rose Hall, the biological mother of those two children, has taken her children back. So this whole situation is crazy, but I'm not surprised that it's gone this far. And this is why I say, all money is not good money. And it's better to have integrity than to just try and do anything to get views, to try and get quick cash, because you never know how that might come back. And that's why I always tell people, if I really wanted to be on YouTube wilding out and I really wanted to get to 1 million subscribers, I could be the black version of Trish or any of these other girls who kind of do crazy videos, talk about just crazy stuff, no filter, show off their boobs and their bodies and, you know, all that stuff. I could go there. But again, I don't need that. You know, I'd rather have integrity. And had this father had some type of integrity and just made a normal YouTube channel just showing his day-to-day life with his children, something like how the Shaytards did. That's why a lot of people loved Shay Carl and his family before the whole damn cheating scandal, okay? That's why a lot of people gravitated towards the Shaytards. You know, were they perfect? No, but they were just a normal family. And it was cool to watch these kids grow and see that, you know, the mother Shaytard, you know, every time she had a baby and things like that. We live in a day and age where people would do anything for attention, and people literally live for shock value. And I feel like these parents got so caught up in the hype, they got so caught up in the views and the money coming in and things like that, that they weren't thinking clearly. You know, they did not make the best decisions. And the things that I saw on that and the things I saw on those videos were not okay with me. I would never do that to my children to get views. You know what I'm saying? You'll rarely, if ever, even see my kids on camera. You know, that's just not their thing. I want them to be kids. You know, my youngest son wanted to start a gaming channel and I told him no. I was like, I want you to be a kid. Go outside and enjoy the weather. Go play football. You know, he does sports and things like that, but I don't want them getting so entrapped in this whole YouTube cyber world, because it can turn ugly, as you guys have seen. But with these parents, they should have known better. You know, nothing is worth the exploitation of your kids and your family. Not that money, not those views. And now they're like one of the most hated people in their community. They've been receiving nothing but death threats, people coming by their house. I mean, it's turned into a really, really scary situation. And I'm not condoning that. I don't care what these people have done. They do not deserve for random strangers to pop up to their house trying to hurt them. That's not okay, because there's still children living there. You know, let the police handle it. Some people love to put on their damn Spider-Man outfit and, you know, become these damn vigilantes, but yo, let the police handle what the police are going to handle. It's not your job to go to their house and threaten them and, you know, scare the children and things like that. So I'm not shocked by this situation at all. I'm not surprised that it's escalated so far, you know, and I know for a while he was blaming Philip DeFranco, and I don't think Philip did anything wrong. I think he was literally just reporting on rumblings that were going on social media. You know, it's no different than that whole Joyce situation where people thought that the girl had gotten kidnapped, but the whole time she was at her house, and, you know, that all that nonsense. I think it was just one of those situations. Could he foresee that it would get this bad and that Cody would be removed from the home? No. But again, they obviously removed him from the home because they're seeing something that's going on in that home that's not right. You know, so the whole situation is just really crazy. Again, this is why people need to have discernment and really realize what you put out on the internet and the type of energy you put out there, the type of vibe that you put out there. Me personally, I'd rather put out a positive energy. I'd rather put out some cool videos. I may not get, you know, 100,000 views every time I post a video. I may not get 1 million views, but you know what? I'd much rather rise slow but steady and have integrity and not be ashamed of anything I post online than to have a whole bunch of mess just to get quick money. Because when you think about it, when all this is said and done, and if YouTube disappears tomorrow, I can go to any job in the real world and apply, and they can Google me, and I don't have to be embarrassed about anything on the internet. This father and this mother can't say the same, because now if they get fired from their jobs and they have to go find new jobs, as soon as their names are Googled, all of this is going to come up. And people don't realize social media really affects you in the real world. And you have to think twice before you put certain things out there. You have to think twice about how you want your brand to appear. And now these parents are looking like straight up abusers. And the fact that these children have not been taken out the home, it says a lot. So anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this entire crazy situation concerning Daddyofive finally losing custody of not only Cody, but his 12-year-old sister, Emma. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right, deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit Lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.